Hello everybody, my name is Cap and welcome to CappTech. If you're like a lot of people out there, you're just not quite ready to upgrade to Windows 10, even if it is a free upgrade. Now this only applies to you if you're running Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 8.1. If you're using a version of Windows earlier than Windows 7, then this doesn't apply to you. Your operating system is no longer supported, thus out of date, and I would highly recommend upgrading it. But if you are using one of those, chances are you've seen this notification come up, and no matter what you do, it just will not go away. And I want to show you how to get rid of it for good. Now before we get started, I need to mention that in order to be able to do any of these steps, you're going to have owner or administrative rights to your system. So if you're using a generic user logon to try and do any of this, you will get prompted for a username and password in order to be able to proceed. So make sure you have that ahead of time before you get started, or contact the person that has administrative rights to your system and see if they can help you out. Now I'll be showing you how to do this in Windows 7, but I'll also be showing you some screenshots from Windows 8.1 just because some of the menus and things look a little differently and I don't want anybody to get confused. Step 1. The first thing you're going to need to do is to get rid of this process from running on your system. Now this is an optional step, and I'm saying that because it is not required to be able to get rid of the notification. But if you do this and you're comfortable with it, it'll save you from having to reboot your system later on. Okay, in order to be able to terminate the process here, what you need to do is to access the Task Manager. Now, if you're not comfortable using the keyboard to hit Control-Alt-Delete and click on Start Task Manager there, the easiest way to do it from your desktop is to go down to the taskbar at the bottom here and find an open spot, use your right mouse button, click it, and choose Start Task Manager. For Windows 7 users, you need to make sure that you're on the tab that says Processes at the top, and most of the running processes should be listed in alphabetical order. For Windows 8 users, the Task Manager looks a little bit differently, so you'll click on the first tab that says Processes. If for some reason you don't see everything listed here, you can check this box down at the bottom that says Show Process from All Users, and it will list everything there. If you have the UAC, which is User Access Control, turned on your system, which it is by default, it may pop up a box saying, do you want to allow this to run? You can just select yes. That's basically just keeping your system safe from you accidentally doing something. So you may see that a few times going through this process. Okay, so what you need to find is the process that says GWX.exe. It's listed in alphabetical order. You may see two of them there. If you still have the window opened up down here at the bottom, you will see the one with the UX in it. But the one you need is the GWX.exe. Click it with the left mouse button to highlight it, and then you'll go down here and choose End Process. And click on End Process if it asks you if you want to. This will get rid of the main process from running there. Now, if you haven't already manually closed this window down here, the little prompt coming up, then you can do the same thing on this second one. Click End Process, and it will go away. And you'll see that if you highlight over the system tray, the icon has now gone away too. Alright, now that you have the process has stopped running here, this will keep you from having to reboot your system later. If you decided to skip step 1, after this next step you will probably have to reboot your computer. Not a big deal. But the next thing we need to do is to uninstall the update that keeps pushing this notification to you. So, what you'll do is you click on your Start button in the bottom left hand corner, and you're going to click on Control Panel. For Windows 8 users, from the main Start menu, what you'll need to do is go to the top right hand corner where it says Search, and you can just start typing in the word Control, and you'll see Control Panel listed as one of the first search options. If you happen to have your settings set to like view small icons or large icons, your layout may look a little bit different like this, or you may have the original layout like this. They all work the same way. If you have the default listing here, you're going to look over here where it says Programs, Uninstall a Program. If you have it set to another layout, then what you will look for is where it says Programs and Features, and click on that. Now from here, what you're going to need to do is go in the top left hand corner where it says View Installed Updates. You're going to click this left mouse button, and this is going to pull up a long list of all the updates you have installed on your system, and you'll see the little green scroll bar at the top crawling across as it loads all of them there, so it may take a minute. Once it is finished fully loading all of the updates you have installed on here, what you need to do is to go into this top right hand Search Installed Updates box and click inside there, and you'll get a blinking cursor for you to start typing. Now you're going to type in the letters KB. Doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase. You're going to type in the numbers 3035583. Now I will be putting that in video description down below, so in case you didn't hear what I said or can't see it on the screen very well, you can look up and see what the number is, KB3035583, and you'll see one update here. It says update for Microsoft Windows and then the actual KB update name. This is the update that was pushed out that is causing the notifications to keep coming up here. So now what you need to do is just to click it one time and then choose uninstall. It'll ask you if you're sure you want to install it, and just click on yes. It may take just a moment or two to actually go through, and then you'll see it remove itself from the list here. Now if you didn't do step 1, after this is done, it will tell you have to reboot your computer. If you did do step 1 and killed the process properly, then you won't have to reboot it after this is done. Okay, now step 3, what we need to do is to prevent it from installing itself later on. So what you need to do is in the top left hand corner, click on the control panel home. This is going to take you back to your original control panel, and then you click on Windows Update. And again, if you have your settings set to category listing on here, what you can do is easily go up here and change the view by and change it to small icons or large icons, and this will make it a little bit easier to find, to save you some clicking, and just click on Windows Update. If it doesn't automatically search for new updates, what you need to do is on the top left hand side of here, click where it says check for updates, and this will go through and check for all additional updates you have available on your system. Depending on how many available updates you have ready to go, it may take a little while for it to pop up and tell you how many you have available. I have just the one here, so I will click on where it says one important update available. And you'll see this original update, the KB3035583 listed here, and it's checked for install. Now here's what you need to do. You need to uncheck it to start with. That will prevent it from automatically installing. If you have Windows Update set to auto install and you don't disable this update, it will install it again automatically. The next thing you need to do to prevent it from accidentally getting installed again is to right click it, and you can choose hide update. And this will prevent it from even popping up on the list of Windows available updates for you to install later on. Now there's one quick caveat I need to mention with this. As you can see over on the right hand side, it says published on 5/25/2016. Occasionally Microsoft will push out an updated version of this update, the 3035583 update. If they push it through as a new update, since it is listed as a recommended update, it will show back up in this list again. Fortunately, they don't do it all that often, but if for some reason you've gone through all of these steps and a week or two later it shows back up in your system, that might be what happened. Is they may have published a new version of this exact same update, and the Windows Update software will see it as a new update. So after you have it hidden, then all you have to do is just press OK. And you'll see no updates available for your system. This will keep it from coming up any further, and you won't have to worry about it anymore as long as they don't push out any updates. Now, the Windows 10 update free version is only available until July 29th, 2016. So after that, you won't be seeing this update pop up all the time in Windows updates automatically. It'll be something you'll have to choose to do, and you'll have to pay for it. The last step I'm going to mention is for advanced users only, because this has to deal with modifying your system registry. I'm not going to walk anybody through how to do this. I'm going to post the necessary keys you need to post, because if you mess with the system registry and you don't know what you're doing, you could cause some serious system problems. So for those people who know what they're doing, these are the 2 registry keys that you would need to create within the registry, and this will prevent the icon from showing up down below in the system tray, and it'll stop it from trying to download the update that's trying to push out this notification. Again, this is for advanced users only. Do not do this if you do not know what you're doing with the system registry, as you can cause some serious problems. And that concludes this tutorial on removing Windows 10 notification. If you found it beneficial and useful, please do me a favor and leave a like on the video, and even subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll happily answer as many of them as I can. Thank you guys so much for your time. You have a good one, and I will talk to you later.